Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Auzerais and I am the founder of Blondery. Today I'm talking about a collaboration that we did with a local influencer and what were the strategies that I believe worked and what possibly I would have done differently next time. And also we'll get into some of the numbers and the results from our collaboration. So stay tuned. If you haven't already, please share, like, subscribe to my channel. I talk a lot about the business side of running this bakery and just a business in general. It's not necessarily all bakery related content. I'm still trying to figure out my niche, okay? So, with that being said, let's get into it. So, I am in an area called the Hudson Valley in New York, in which the city I'm in does not promote a lot of tourism. So I knew I had to reach out to local influencers because those are the people who have the audience that would be most likely to come and actually support me. New York City crowd, they do come up every once in a while, but the people who are here on a normal day-to-day basis or every weekend, those are the people I wanted. So I reached out to more than a handful of influencers, and Rachel is one that responded. So I reached out in October. I have my notes right here. I reached out in October and she responded right away and said that she could come the following month. Now, something happened. She got married. A lot of stuff happened. Life happens, right? So she said that she wouldn't be able to make it. I didn't pressure her. I didn't say, oh, you suck. Like nothing like that. I just said, okay, she'll keep us in mind for the next time she's in the area. And I left it at that. I said, thank you so much. But I know that the weather plays a huge part of if people will come out and support a business, especially here in New York. So I knew when the weather breaks, reach out again. So I didn't set a time or anything. I just kind of remembered like all the influencers that said no or that they would reach out when they were in the area and they hadn't come yet. Reach out to them again. So she was one of them. I reached out again in April and she immediately replied again and said that she could come like I think in 2 weeks or whatever. So I set up a date and a time and I told my team because I knew that when she came, I may not necessarily be here, but I wanted her to have a very unique and wonderful experience. So I told my team the day of that, hey, an influencer is coming. You guys know what to do. So I use Square for our POS. So what I've done is I created a button that discounts their order $50 off. And I let Rachel know, hey, when you come, just give the cashier your name and they will allow you to choose anything from our menu up to $50 off. And that has worked really well. They're able to get a wide range of things for that amount of money. They can take it home and share. I don't care what they do with it. I just want them to be able to try anything that they want. And my team also knows that whatever they get, it doesn't matter if they already got a cookie, throw in an extra one because it's just the hospitality part of it, right? So I always throw in an extra one and I don't tell the influencer beforehand you're going to get an extra cookie. Just leave it as a surprise. It's something nice, something kind to do. It's a kind gesture. I also want to point out that you see how there was never any mention of a contract or any money exchange. I have never paid for an influencer to come and visit me. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing to do. I just have never done it. And I believe that if I had the money, like I would obviously offer, but I don't. So I don't offer that. And some of them like replied to me when I initially sent out those DMs in October that there was a fee and I just let them know like I don't have a marketing budget right now, so unfortunately this isn't a good time, but I will keep you in mind. Rachel wasn't one of them who asked for a fee. So it made the connection really organic and because they're obviously looking for content and to discover new and exciting businesses, right? So when she came, I believe she thoroughly enjoyed everything because she posted a reel about it, right? That's always a good sign. If they post right away or within the next few days, that's always a good sign they had a great opportunity to try everything and that they enjoyed it. That reel ended up hitting the algorithm and has since garnered over 33,000 plays, I want to say, as of today. So she reached out to me, I want to say like 3 weeks after the reel went live and was like, hey, I just got a notification about this reel from Instagram. It's doing really well. And I said, oh my God, I noticed because I literally get a notification about a like or a comment or someone's following us now from that reel. So I noticed as well, but I hadn't really figured out like, I didn't have any idea of what to do after that. Like I just was like, oh, that's great, you know? But then I had a bright idea because I had been dreaming about this s'mores ice cream sandwich for a while and doing like this really highly Instagrammable product that would quote break the internet. You know, we always think that everything we do is going to break the internet and go viral, right? So, but I was thinking that I was like, I really want to do this s'mores ice cream sandwich. And then when she reached out to me, something clicked in my head like, oh, we should make an ice cream sandwich and name it after her. Because in the video, she's talking about the s'mores cookie. More people, I noticed after that video went live, more people were coming in and ordering the s'mores cookie. I mentioned the idea to her and she's totally on board with it. She's like, sure, I would love to do it. Let's do it. We collaborate on a date and time that she's going to come by. But little did she know, I had my ideas on how I wanted this all to play out. I did not want her to just come here and take a picture of some stuff and grab some stuff and leave. I wanted her to be a part of the creation process because that, one, is great content, and two, I just wasn't sure how I wanted to include them. And then she came, and I'll play a little clip here of her walking in and her reactions. But yeah, it ended up being a really good partnership. Like that day, we must have spent maybe an hour or so together just recording different reels and contents. She had contents. There was multiple videos, I guess. But that's not how you say that. We recorded multiple reels and videos, and we kind of came up with a loose plan on how we would move forward. She had some ideas on different audios, but it really was very collaborative. Like, she had the idea, if you guys have seen the reel, I'll also link it here, of holding the torch and dancing. And I said, I know this is crazy. I know we don't know each other like that, but what if I snatched it out of your hand? And I think that that ended up being the point that captured people's attention the most if you watch the reel. So it really was a collaboration. Now let's get into the numbers and how this all went. I've included the reach only for the YouTube and Instagram content. So YouTube is strictly coming from my personal YouTube channel, and then the Instagram is coming from the collaborative post that we did and the two other posts that I did. So the total reach was about 37,000 people. That is such a huge number for just a 2-day collaboration, which leads me to the duration. It was only Friday and Saturday. So we were only selling this product on Friday and Saturday that same week that we launched it. I think in hindsight, I would have possibly dragged it out longer, especially a weekend right after a holiday weekend. But that actually ended up working really well because so many people who came in were off that Friday. We ended up selling more ice cream sandwiches on Friday than on Saturday, which is normally not the case for us as well. So you can say, maybe that worked, maybe that didn't. I don't know. And let's get into followers. I know some people are very excited about that portion of a collaboration. For me, I have learned in growing my following organically that just because someone follows you does not mean they're going to purchase. So this is a great number, but it's not everything. But our metric was really good. I've garnered 95 new followers since our collaboration went live. Obviously, this can't really be tracked necessarily just to her, but I do think she played a huge part in getting us to 95 more new followers. So we typically sell our core ice cream sandwich, which changes flavors, I would say, every month. We sell it for $7.50 normally. What I wanted to do, though, with this collaboration is really market it as a limited edition luxury product. So I knew I had to go up in the price. So in the consumer's mind, they were getting something really special. And also, there were plenty of more components and ingredients going into this and time. So I had to mark it up. We ended up marking it up 53%. I can't say I did all of the math to figure all of that out. I just gave myself a good buffer for the extra cost of the ingredients, which came out to $13. So how many did we actually sell of this ice cream sandwich? Weekend before, we only sold 2 ice cream sandwiches. So this is not the number of how many we sold of the collaboration. I just wanted to give you some context because the weekend before we only sold 2. This past weekend, though, we sold 20 ice cream sandwiches. That's $260 that we made from this collaboration. And then that is up 164%. So a few other things I just wanted to quickly touch on with this is that one, I did reach out to other Hudson Valley influencers. hmm As soon as the collaboration with Rachel went live, I did reach out to other Hudson Valley influencers and invited them to come and try it on the house. Two people did respond and say yes, they would come, and they did come and they did post about it. So that's a strategy I would say to use as well, is that if you end up getting a yes from one influencer, invite the other ones to come and try it. It gives you social proof, and maybe you can do a collaboration with them and name something after them. The other thing I'll say about this collaboration again is, for me, it was more so about this number than it was about this number. I was more concerned again about letting people know that we exist and that we're here and we're available. And I think that we did just that. I think we were successful in that sense because there have been new followers, obviously. And then we reach so many people. And I know from past experiences with influencers that it does take a few weeks to really see the effects of a campaign like this. Sometimes their customers will come in like weeks after and say, "Oh, I saw you on X." That still happens to us today. People saw us on CBS Mornings over a year ago, and they still come in and it's their first time because they saw us on CBS Mornings a year ago. I hope that this is helpful for you guys when planning out your influencer campaigns. If there's something that I didn't touch on that you guys want me to go more in depth on, I'm happy to do so in the comments or in another video. So just drop a comment below for any questions you have. Again, make this what you need it to be. Like, the ones who are going to be successful during this really hard economic time for small businesses are the ones that invent new business models. So don't be stuck on doing things the same way you've been doing them just because that's how you've been doing them. Branch out, change your hours, make things work for you so that you can make it through this time, okay? So that is all. Thank you guys so much for watching. Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, and share. It really helps me get into the algorithm so that more people can see my videos, and hopefully I can start making some money off of these, okay? All right. Thank you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.